Hey guys, third time's a chart. We try once again. Hi guys, so sorry for that. Oh, Zach is here. Hi Zach. How are you doing today? I hope everything is fine. I'm alone with my boy at home. My girls are in the mountains. Okay. Something is not working here, unfortunately. Hmm. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, we've
Hi.
got this one.
Yeah, I think it was because you were not following me.
Yeah, I think so. Or
Yeah,
I thought maybe if your account is private, but yes,
yeah,
we've got it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, good, good, good.
yeah. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Yeah, so good. Me too. I'm alone with my boy at home. My wife and my daughter are in the mountains for the whole week. So I'm so happy you're here.
That's awesome. I'm happy and nervous at the same time. I have my kids on summer break. I was like, okay, how am I gonna do this? So they're in the living room and I'm over here on this side of the house. So it's like, okay, I have a meeting right now, so you guys have to stay quiet.
Yeah, and I'm so happy and I'm so proud of you because I know that as individuals with OCD, it's so hard to speak out loud about this and
Yeah,
about this disorder,
yeah,
especially on Instagram
yeah,
here in the public. So I'm
yeah.
so proud of you because you are so brave.
Thank you, and
Yeah.
likewise for doing this, like this whole sharing story kind of thing. That's great. That's awesome because there's a lot of people out there. We think that we're the only ones, but in reality, when
Mhm.
you share your story, there's more people that suffer from anxiety than you even think. And you're like, oh, I'm going through the same thing, and it's like, oh, me too. So it's like it's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. So this project is so important to me because I know how other stories help me, and I feel less alone.
Yeah.
And I think we're really doing great work and help others. So we can we can start, I think,
Yeah,
our
no, definitely.
conversation. So maybe you can introduce yourself a
Okay.
bit. Yeah.
Okay, my name is Mari, and I'm Mexican. I live here in the state of California, and it's crazy right now in California. But I've been with I'm married. I have two kids. I have a 7-year-old daughter who's gonna turn 8 next week, and my 6-year-old son who's gonna turn 7 in November. And I've been struggling with the first time that I have ever had like an OCD experience was when I was 22, I think.
Mhm.
But looking back at my childhood, the signs were always there. Like there was always like signs of it. And then I'm like, I've always had it. And now I realize that OCD runs in my family. Like I see my siblings with those same, you could say quirks. A lot of people say, but I see it that it's like, wait a minute, this is not something that other people do. Like
Yeah,
it's only in my family.
yeah,
So it's
absolutely.
like,
Yeah, absolutely. And this is also important point because when I was a kid, and now when I was an adult, and I was diagnosed 3 years, almost 3 years ago. Uh, I was not aware of that symptoms of OCD when I was a kid, and my whole family also uh, didn't
They,
know about what OCD
yeah,
is, about symptoms. And
yeah,
now, when I look back in the future, I see all those little OCD things when I was a kid. And in your story, this is the same.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
hope when we speak about this and people will know more about OCD, about
yeah,
mental health, they
hmm,
can earlier recognize
yeah,
that something is wrong.
yeah. No, definitely, definitely. And I do speak about it in my family. I have a big family. I'm the 11th child, so I'm the last one of the family, and we're 11 kids. So big Latino family, and I speak about it. I speak about my anxiety, I speak about my OCD. I tell my immediate family, "Hey, this runs in our family. You guys need to be careful. You guys need to not be too stressed out. Don't drink too much alcohol because anything could trigger it. Stressful events, traumatic events, drugs, anything could trigger it. So I tell them, hey, you guys need to take care of yourself. You guys have to, be aware that this runs in our family and we have to take care of ourselves and the smaller generation
Yeah,
so we could break that cycle, because that's where it starts.
yeah, absolutely. And I saw also some symptoms of my daughter, but now I'm pretty calm, but I observe her, what
Yeah.
she's doing,
Hmm.
and this is really helpful because if we know that we have OCD, we are aware of that, we can
Hmm.
react
Yes.
uh, as as soon as possible.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I see that in my kids too. Like they'll tell me like certain things and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, sometimes we get silly thoughts like that too. That's our brain. That's our natural brain that does that." And they'll be like, "Okay," but I also see it in my kids and I'm like, at the same time, at first I was like, "Oh my God, I don't want my kids to get this, oh my God, oh my God."
Yeah,
But now because I have it, it's like it's a weapon, you see it like I have the tools. I know what to do. I know if they ever, as an adult, teenagers, whatever, they face these kind of challenges, you have the tools, you have the experience to guide them. So, yes, at first you are nervous, but at the same time, you're like, no, I got this and I'm here for them, because we're going to share. Hopefully not, hopefully
yeah,
everything's at ease, everything goes well. They have a great, teenager year, childhood, whatever, but they have us, to guide them through these things and everything happens for a reason, but we have to break that little cycle, you
yeah.
know.
And we also have to be careful with that because when I see my daughter doing some things, and my OCD can tell me, oh, maybe she has OCD too, but she just wants to be perfect or something like that. But
Yes.
there is a really thin line because
Yes.
it can be OCD, maybe not, but
Yeah.
yeah,
It,
when we speak
yeah, like
openly in my family, in our families, it is so important, and we can help our kids, our close ones.
no, definitely. Yes. Like at first, yeah, I was like, oh my God, they're all gonna think, that I'm losing my mind or something. But like I said, there's a lot of people that have anxiety and they're going through things and we're not aware. And then when you share your story or you share, oh yeah, because okay, well, my son, he plays soccer and like we're soccer moms, right? And I was having a conversation one of the moms and she was telling me, "Oh yeah, I have anxiety and I had it." And she was struggling. I'm like, "Oh my God, I have anxiety too." And I've been diagnosed with OCD and she's like, "Oh my God, I know." Like stuff like we know we relate to. And then you feel excited and then you don't feel that much alone and then you connect and you're like, and she was like, "Oh my God, I've never met anybody with the same things that she's going through. So it's like that's a huge thing to speak up, you know. And
yeah,
it's not sometimes, yeah, we might feel like, oh, they're gonna judge me, but that's another thought that they're gonna be like, no, I mean, your brain's telling you, no, they're gonna judge you. So you push yourself from
mhm,
that thought and you perceive, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna, even if my thought tells me, no, don't do it, you know, because you don't know who's listening. You don't know who you're making your day better for. And now that I met her, she's like very close to me, you know, in a way that we share the same thing. So it's like we connect. And she was telling me, I've never met anybody who like feels the same. So that made me feel like, okay, good, good. You did good. You did good.
yeah. That's awesome, really awesome.
Yeah.
And Mary, tell me, when were you diagnosed with OCD? After how many years?
I was diagnosed maybe when I had my daughter in 2023. So that was literally 10 years. Like I had my daughter and I was going through, well, actually, it started way before. I started with the trigger warning, the suicide OCD. And I was like, what's going on? What's going on? You know, I don't want to do that to myself. I was like so scared seeing things about that topic, you know, about suicide and everything. Like I'll see like the billboards and said suicide
Yeah.
prevention and call like, oh my God, you know, and
Mhm.
I didn't know what was going on. So I did my research and just like the fact that I was hearing that, no, this is just, these are just intrusive thoughts, you know, people, I was just reassuring myself. So that stopped for a while. And then after I had my daughter, it gave me postpartum OCD. And then I was just like, no, you know, I did it for myself like a whole year. No, actually, no, I did it with myself for myself like 4 years. And I was doing great by myself. But then I was like, no, I need a little push. You know, when you're like a soccer player and you know how to play soccer, but when you get a coach, he shows you like more things, more techniques, more like professional stuff, right? So I decided, no, I'm going to go in and receive actual therapy for this so I could guide myself better through my recovery. And I did, and it was great, and it has been great. I have my hard days. Um, so, but I know, you know, I know what to do. At the moment, you're like a little bit lost, you know, like, oh my God. And they're like, okay, no, wait. Let me get my thoughts together. Okay, what's going on? Okay, I need to stop this compulsion and continue with my
Yeah,
day, you know, but it was 10 years since I looked like search for actual therapy. Yeah, it took me
yeah,
10 years.
yeah. It's definitely too long. Definitely too
Yeah,
long. In
yes.
my case, it's about 20 years, I think.
Wow,
So
yeah.
yeah, that's why we're here,
Yeah,
and we I'm sure we can change this situation, and
yes,
we can make people to look at for help
yes,
uh, as they need that help, not
yes.
after 10 years or 20
Yeah,
years.
yeah, yeah. And it could be just like our ego, you know, our culture, like with when it comes to me as being a Latina, like going to therapists is like, oh, you're crazy. Oh no, no, we don't do that. Or you know,
Yeah,
it's very stigmatized in the Hispanic community. Like they hear that you're going to therapy and they're like, oh, she's crazy, she's crazy. And it's like, yeah, I'm going to therapy to deal with you. You know, I have to go to therapy for you. So
yeah,
they don't see that connection, you know, and it's the culture. I mean, I think it's in all cultures. We have so many things that are not correct, you know, so many, how would you say it, ideals that are not correct that we have to break those generational curses. And it's hard.
yeah,
And it's hard. But when it's, you know, when it's your turn to actually break that generational curse, we need to, it's hard to say it, but we need to have the courage to seek help and not wait, you know, at the moment. But like I said, it could be like an ego thing that we have, like me, especially me, like, no, I could do it by myself. I could do this by myself. I don't need help. You know, I could do it. I could do it. And then we start thinking more, and then it's not too late. But then when we're like really, so I'm like, oh, I should have gotten help earlier. I should have gotten help sooner. Maybe I wouldn't be in this so much, in the hole that I am now. But I mean, everything happens for a reason. You're here now, you took the therapy now, so it's like move forward now. The past doesn't count anymore. We're moving
Mhm.
forward for a better future. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really hard to start therapy when everyone around you tell you that you're crazy, that
Yeah.
you're weak. It's your weakness because you need to
Mm-hmm.
go to therapy. Be strong, and
Mm-hmm.
or for example, why do you pay for speaking with therapist? Be strong,
Yeah.
yeah, just like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's not working.
If they knew what we go through, every day, I guarantee they would not last a minute in our shoes. We're actually stronger. And the thing is that I read a lot, I research a lot and stuff. Like I try to do it. I try not to do it compulsively, but I like to learn things. And um they say that people who have anxiety are very, very intelligent because they're always aware of the things. So
Mhm.
it's like, damn, I don't want to be smart anymore. I want to be dumb like those people out there.
Yeah.
And it's like, so that's like
Yeah.
like reverse psychology. Like I give myself like, I'm smart. That's why I have anxiety, because I'm very intelligent. So it's those things that are good to know that a lot of people, are very close-minded, or they want to put put a face that they're strong, but sometimes those people are people who are going through things, and they don't want to say, and because you're seeking help, like it's a trigger for them that they need help too. I guess because I see it in my family that you need help and you don't want to accept it. It's up to you. Hi, Dianetta. My friend, I told her I'm gonna go
Hi, hey,
live.
hi, hi. Nice to have you here. And we have, oh well, mm, one comment here about my OCD topic.
Mhm.
So Georgie wrote here, I'm in ROCD now before the wedding next year. Yeah, I know it's so hard. For me, it's a new experience. I'm lost, but now my mind have a name, OCD. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know it's really really hard because last few years I was suffering with ROCD too, and I know
Mhm.
how hard is it and how real these thoughts are in our
Yeah.
mind. And I just tell you, you have to remember that ROCD hits in your values. So if you have really hard thoughts about your relationship, that
Mhm.
means you care most about this relationship.
Yes.
So you're not alone, definitely, and I know it's hard because it can really destroy some things in relationship. But
Mhm.
if we have a boyfriend, girlfriend, wife who understand our situation and
Mhm.
who understand that this is OCD and all
Mhm.
those behaviors are because of OCD, it's much easier to stay strong in this relationship. And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And always seek help, seek to your therapist, and do your therapy. Do your therapy. Sometimes we're like, oh, I stopped my compulsions, I'm feeling better, but we don't expose ourselves. We just like, no, I'm feeling good. I don't need to expose to my fear. And
Hmm.
I think for me, that's one of the hardest things, that once I stop my compulsions, my anxiety goes really low, like almost to a zero. But then I don't expose myself, to my fear. And that's like, nah, 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 you're doing something wrong. So if your therapist is giving you homework, do it. Do it. Don't try. I know it's hard, and try your best, step by step each day. Take it day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, second, and I promise you, you will get through it, because we're going through it and we're getting through it and we're doing it every day. And we also have hard days. It's not like life is not perfect, and life is not pain free. It's part of life. We have anxiety, other people have cancer, other people are going through other losses, you know. It's life is hard, but we have to keep going, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, agree 100%. You're awesome.
Thank
And,
you. So are
yeah,
you. Thank you. Thank you.
yeah. It's really these are really important words because
Yes.
it's it's not that we go to therapy
Hmm.
twice or a few times and OCD will disappear. It's not
Yeah.
possible. But we can uh, teach our brain how to cope with OCD, how to not react
Yes.
to those thoughts, and how to live with our values. And
Mm-hmm.
it's possible, and we know
Yeah,
that.
100%. Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
100%. And like I said, it's not like we're never going to have anxiety. Anxiety is part of our life. It's a normal feeling. You know, it's for us, it goes to abnormal levels, but we have to bring it down to normal feeling. It's a normal feeling. And I tell a lot of people, it's like anger. You know, you get angry and you want to be like, throw things and yell, but you have to, hey, you cannot do that. Let the anger be there without you reacting to the anger, without you yelling to people, throwing things, destroying things.
Mhm.
That's the same with anxiety. Anxiety is there, just try not to react to whatever it's telling you. Let it be, let it flow. And eventually it does fade away. Is it going to come back? Of course, because stressful events makes it come back. I was anxious coming through this live video. I was very anxious. I was like, no, I can't do this. I was like, no, I'm going to do it because I already said I was going to do it. So, you know, it's a normal feeling that we're going to, everybody goes through it. Everyone has
Yeah.
it, you know?
And if we wanted to connect on Instagram today, it were three possibilities that you can just run because we have problem with Instagram with connection. Anxiety was a bit higher at higher level,
Yeah,
but we
yeah,
did it. We did it
yes,
despite our anxiety, despite our discomfort, because
yes,
uh, now we speak. I feel comfortable with you, speaking with you, but at really at the beginning, I'm I'm always stressed, always.
yeah, yes,
I
yes,
know it will pass, and
yeah,
when I will do things despite this fear, despite anxiety, I will be really proud of myself, and this is awesome. And
yeah,
also, when we speak about exposures and therapy, it's not easy. It's hard. It's really hard, but
hmm,
it's worth the effort, definitely,
of course,
because we have
100%.
yeah.
Moving
So
on, I wanted to ask you, sorry, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
no, Marie, uh, what was the hardest part in your recovery journey? Because in my case, it was loneliness. When I felt really alone, everyone, no one understand what I'm feeling, what I'm going through, and
Mhm.
mm, what was the hardest part in your case?
My hardest part, and still to this day, is perfectionism. Perfectionism. It's like I have to do everything perfect because if I don't do it perfect, you know, it's all comes to that cycle. This is going to happen.
Mhm.
So it's like, and that's all around my life. You know, I have to have my house clean. I have to make sure, you know, my kids are like fed and stuff like that. So that's where I struggle the most, and I have always struggled. It's perfectionism, and I dislike it so much because that's how I grew up. And we go again back to like what it's our family structure, what we learn in our family structure to be that perfect wife, to be that perfect nurturer, to be that perfect mother, you know, to so it's like it always falls for me into doing my therapy perfect. And I'm barely learning that perfectionism doesn't exist and recovery is not perfect and recovery is not linear. And I'm barely learning to let go of that perfectionism. So, with all my therapy, I'm still working on that. It's not like I don't have things to work on anymore, you know? And that's for me has been one of the hardest things, being perfect, being having a perfect recovery, having a perfect no anxiety day. That has always been, you know, my
Mhm.
big challenge. And with other
Yeah,
nuances too, but I think that's one of the biggest things.
yeah, absolutely. I know it's hard because when when I do exposures, uh, I have in my mind, okay, I have to resist compulsion, but there are no only black and white. There are so many colors in between that we can we can make a little step, so we can resist compulsions for few seconds
Hmm.
or for 1 minute, and this
Hmm.
is also something. Uh, Something good, and it's not perfect, but we're still trying.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like an everyday recovery. It's an all the time recovery, you know. There's people who haven't had, you know, anxiety or any, you know, things that bother them in 5 years and 10 years, but that doesn't mean that they will not have it later on, you know, because like I said, any stressful event can bring you back, you know, even the morning rush when you go to work, when you take your kids to school, you're like, let's go, because and then you take them to school and then you're like, oh, I'm feeling a little bit anxious. Oh, just let it be there. You know, you'll come back down. It's part of life. It's part of life. And it's hard. It's hard because you have things to work on that put you back, you know. But that doesn't mean that you're failing. That doesn't mean that you're starting all over. That means that, okay, I'm being aware that this is what's putting me back. Now let's move forward. Let's keep moving forward. I see a lot of people on Instagram, and there's one person who says, I rather fall forward with my anxiety than back with my anxiety. So if you fall forward, not backward.
Yeah, absolutely agree. And when we speak about this perfectionism, so yesterday I got my new tattoo on my hand, and because of my imperfect hand, this tattoo is not perfect when I have my elbow like that. When
Oh,
I have hand, when I have my hand straight, it's okay. But I see my tattoo. Oh fuck, it's not perfect, and I'm in this circle and like,
yeah.
okay, Lucas, stop this.
Yeah. Forget about it. Yeah.
Yeah, forget about it. This is only in my mind. Nobody will see this.
Yes.
And
Yeah. I know. I'm exactly the same when I pick. You know, it's like you're nitpicking yourself. You're like, oh, you know, like when I do my makeup, I'm like, oh my God, but this eyebrow is wrong. Oh my God, you know, and you're like the smallest thing. I'm like, oh no,
yeah,
but my eyelashes are different. I have to refix it. And I'm like, and nobody sees that. Nobody cares. They're not gonna be like, wait, look at that eyebrow. Oh, wait, your tattoo is like wrong or whatever for that tiny little thing that you just
yeah,
looked at. But our brains are like that. And we have to learn, be like, oh, wait. I'm nitpicking. So I cannot stop what I'm doing. Just keep doing what I'm doing and let those thoughts be there until they fade away. But totally understand. Yes, that nitpicking kind of thing.
yeah. It's not easy, but but we can train our brain like every single muscle in our
Yes,
body. So
yes.
this is important. This is not only go to therapy and between therapy
Mm-mm.
lying on the bed. It's hard work, but uh, it really helps.
Yeah, it does help. But like you just pointed out a good point, you know, going to the gym, you know, you're not just gonna go one day and then stop
Mhm.
going, or go like the first 3 months and then your body's gonna be in shape for the rest of the year. No, you have to keep going so you can maintain that body shape that you want, those muscles, you know, whatever is it that you're working on. You have to go like not every day. I mean, there's a lot of people who go every day, but
Yep.
every the day that you go as your schedule to the gym. There's a lot of people that go 3 times a week. that's the way you do your therapy. You do it, make sure you do it, you know, on a regular basis so you can maintain, that recovery and going on. And just because, you say you gave in into a compulsion doesn't mean that your whole recovery went down the drain. The same person that goes to the gym, just because you ate a piece of cake, your whole training goes down the drain. No, no, not at all. So it's like just this all kinds of, how you examples that could help you, help us get through, our anxiety. There's a lot, and then it's just like an everyday battle and everyday, because life, that's what life is. Like I said, everybody has their own battles and everybody has their own things.
Yeah.
So it's life.
Yeah, and it's important to be aware of that. And even if we fall, if we aware of that mistake of this is OCD, it is really important because yeah, I'm in therapy 3 years. I have pretty good days, but I have also pretty tough days. And important is that even if I do this compulsion, I know, okay, this was OCD, and I know that I can handle it the next time. And this is really important point, because if we were not aware of this, we can't fight with this.
Yeah, 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 for sure. And like I said, we all have tough days. We're recovering. It's not linear. That doesn't mean that we're
Yeah.
not doing an effort. Like I have had bad days. Like I had a relapse back in December, and it's like it did put me back. It kind of got me depressed. I was like, I hadn't experienced that kind of depression because I was pretty bummed up, and then I was like, why is this going on? Why is this happening? What's going on? Why am I like this again? And then it's like, no, wait. That doesn't mean that my progress is lost. I'm having a
Yeah.
bad week. I'm having a bad day. It could be anything. I could pinpoint, oh, it's because of this, it's because of that. But at the end of the day, I have to stop my things that I'm doing, my compulsions. I have to stop my ruminating, whatever that I'm doing. And I cannot stop it like in one day. You go little by little until you get to that point that you want to be. And it's not that I'm not gonna have another bad day. Like I said, I had anxiety today. I was having anxiety yesterday. I was ruminating. I'm like, no, wait. You know, and it's a process. That doesn't mean that we're not gonna have bad days. And it's good to share, that it's not that we're not going to have bad days. Because a lot of people think that once you go to therapy and do your exposures and stuff like that, you're not going to have anxiety ever again. You are, because it's a normal feeling, it's part of life. But you already
Yeah.
have the tools to go through it.
Yeah, and this is important to understand this. The anxiety, the fears will be there. Not
Yes.
every single day, maybe, but it will be there in our life. And
Hmm.
this is why we started here in Poland an action despite the fear, because we want to show people that we can do scary things and live our life with happiness, with uh, and doing things we really love. That's what.
Yes.
That's why we start a really important campaign for me, because maybe you know, last Saturday I jumped off the plane, I skydiving, and
Yeah.
this week we started this campaign. So we will publish the short movie, and
Hmm.
we want to people share their little wins, what
Yes.
what people do despite the fear, and it don't have to be skydiving. It's yeah,
No.
it's
Yeah.
scary for me, and
Yes.
for for me for me uh, worse than skydiving was stopping ruminating. ruminating about what my wife was doing right now or something like that. All those ROCD things are
Mhm.
scary.
Yeah.
And even if people share their story that they go out with friends without checking the doors so many times, it is so. I am so proud
That's
for those
huge.
people because yeah,
Yes.
this is a huge win.
No, yes. That's a great movement, I think, because like I said, it's the little wins, and when we share our wins, a lot of people are like, oh, they get encouraged to do their things. Like I seen your skydiving and it brought me back. That was awesome. You did amazing. I wouldn't have never done it. I would have never done it. No, that is not for me.
I
And when I
was so
saw you,
scared.
I
I was
bet.
so
I was
scared.
scared for you. I was scared for you. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe he did that.
I
That's
I
awesome.
was there on the airport from 10 a.m. and we started skydiving at 2 p.m. So
Oh
four
my
hours
gosh.
I was waiting because of mechanical problem
Oh,
with the plane.
yes.
So the
Oh my goodness.
stress was going higher and
And
higher. But
yeah. Yeah, I bet. Wow. Wow. You did amazing. You should be proud of yourself. That's a big, huge I wouldn't, like I said, I would never do it. I wouldn't. When I saw you, I was like, do I need to do that to recover? It's like, I
yeah,
was like, I'm not gonna do that. But it brings me back. I went to Six Flags with my kids, and when I was younger, I used to be a big roller coaster girl. I used to get on all the roller coasters. Not anymore. It could be because of my anxiety, or it could be that I just feel nauseous all the time. I'm older now, so it's like my kids were like, "Come, mommy," and I was going on the small roller coasters, and I was just like, "Okay, okay, face my fears, face my fears." So I was facing my fears, and my kids were like, "Are you okay, mommy?" "Yeah, I'm facing my fears." And they're like, "I'm scared too." "Yeah, we're both scared." So those things that you do and those small wins, and then you feel
mm,
really good about them, and then you're like, oh, I did it. My kids are happy, I'm happy, we're having a great time despite of the anxiety being there. You're present in the moment, because I was having anxiety the whole time at Six Flags. I'm like, oh, they're gonna want me to go on the rides, and they're gonna want me to go here, and
mm,
I'm like, oh. And it's my thoughts, what if this, what if that, what if this, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna go on it despite what I'm feeling right now. And then see, nothing happened. I came home, everybody was having fun. It was a great day.
yeah,
Will I do it again? Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
yeah. And after few hours, few days, we don't even remember what was that fear
Yes.
because it's not important. It's not
Yes.
important what OCD tells us here. It's important to stay present at the moment and live here and
Yes.
now.
Yes. I think
So
that's like everybody thinks, when they do their tools and then they stop doing the compulsions and facing their fears, they go back and be like, oh, I'm not even scared of this anymore. Oh, what was that thought back then? I don't remember that thought. What was it about? I don't remember the feeling. And I think that's also hard when it comes to recovery, because I could be like a week without anxiety or thoughts bothering me, right? And now I'll get a thought or anxiety and I'm like, oh my God. And then you think, because you don't remember, now you remember, you're like, I remember this. And then you're like trying to freak out. Like, no,
yeah,
wait a minute, wait a minute.
yeah,
So I think that's hard because you forget. You forget how it feels. So when it comes back, you feel like it's a new thing. So that's crazy. That's crazy. Now that
yeah.
you mention about the forgetting thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely crazy because when I can't remember what was that trigger, I maybe not now, but I was trying to figure it out. What was that? And oh my God, it
Yes.
it it has to be so important. And so
Yeah.
no, this is OCD.
Yeah.
This is OCD.
Yes. Yes. Those are the little sneaky things that it does to bring you back. And that's another thing that we have to be aware of, those sneaky, sneaky little thoughts or sneaky feelings. Yeah, you'll get like an uncomfortable feeling and
Mhm.
it brings you back. And it's But because you have forgotten how it feels, you sometimes fall for it. And that's when you have to realize, no, 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 wait, I have to step back. But yeah,
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. Yes.
yeah. Uh, I'm so proud of our
Oh,
conversation
yeah.
because I know it's so important, and you said so many important small things, but I'm sure that they will be helpful for others. So
Yes.
I'm thank you for accepting my invitation here.
No, and thank you for doing this, for people sharing, their stories. There's a lot of people out there that they don't know what they're going through, that they don't have help. A lot of people don't have access to therapy. A lot of people don't have, the money to pay for therapy, and that sucks, So advocating and doing these kinds of videos, it does help people. It does help people. And there's a lot of people who offer what is it, self workbooks, that they also help. Like I said, I did it for myself a couple of years until I actually like, I need a little push, but talking about it does raise awareness, and let people know that there's help out there and we have to keep pushing, for
Yeah,
more awareness. Yeah. But what you're
yeah.
doing is amazing and it's great. And that whole thing about facing your fear, so despite the fear, that's awesome.
Thank you so much, Mary. One advice to others from you. What will
One advice.
one advice?
Let me see. Let me see. One advice. Despite the feeling, face your fears. If somebody invites you to a party, go. Go. Despite what your brain is telling you, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it if you don't want to, get out of bed. Even if you don't want to, you have to push yourself. Push yourself. Because nobody's going to push you. Nobody's going to push you. I mean, we have our family members that support us, but at the same time, it's us. It's up to us to
Yeah,
recover. It's up to us to do our exposures. It's up to us to stop our compulsions and live our life meaningful, you know. I mean, I'm not saying say yes to everything, There has to be, okay,
mhm,
what's convenient for you, what's gonna help you out. If you cannot do it because you're tired, well, you're tired. But if you don't have anything to do, so invites you to a party, go, get yourself ready, push yourself little by little, day by day, second by second, hour by hour. That's one of
yeah.
my sister-in-law used to tell me that. Day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, second by second. Push
That's
yourself
so,
because
so important
yes,
because OCD wants us to stay at the little cage,
yes,
and we have to go everything we can to go out from this illusion of comfort because this is illusion.
yes, yes, yes. It's a fallacy. It's not real, you know. And
Yeah,
they say you want to live a meaningful life, or you want to stay there and let the years, because the years are going to pass. The years are going to pass by, or you want to live a meaningful life. You enjoy your life, because at the end of the day, life just moves past and it's short, You have to live it to the fullest. Because I
absolutely.
was 22, now I'm 35, you know, I've been with this for a long time. I'm gonna probably have another, hopefully, a lot of years moving forward, But
Yeah.
push yourself, even if you don't want to. Push yourself. Yeah.
Thank you so, so much for today. I'm
Thank
so happy
you.
I met you, and I'm so happy you're here with me and for every single conversation because we spoke together earlier. I think when
Yeah.
I just began with my project, so you're always
Yeah.
here.
Yes.
So thank you so, so much, and
Likewise.
yeah, and
I'll be seeing you.
stay present, stay present.
Yes, 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 100%. I mean, you could wander off a little bit, but come back. Come back to the road, Come back where you
Yeah.
are, you know, come back. But Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me and nice meeting you. Nice talking to you. I know we have like nuanced conversations, be like, hey, I like your memes and all this is funny, but it was nice. It was nice talking to you and
Yeah.
this whole movement.
Next
You're doing a
next
great
level
job.
next level will be meet together live
Yes.
in person.
Yes. Ah! No, I don't know if you want to come to California right now. It's crazy. I know California is crazy right now, but everything's good. Yes, no, definitely. And I like my friend, she's on live right now. I met her at an OCD support group. She lives in LA and we're always like trying to meet, she's busy with her kids.
Yeah.
I'm busy with my kids, but we're always like, one day we'll meet, one day we'll meet. I have another friend like an hour away from here, and we're like, we'll meet one day, one day. I mean, we have busy lives, but yes, one day, definitely, yes.
Thank you so much. Have a really amazing day.
You too. Oh,
I'm
wait.
going.
Before you go, are you excited for the Chicago OCD conference?
Oh wow! I, I'm so scared and I'm so
Yeah,
excited also
yeah,
because
yeah,
the most important thing is to meet all those people. I know there will be great time, but I'm also scared of flying alone there to
yeah,
Munich, then to Chicago from
yes,
Germany.
yes, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
but but I do it despite the fear.
Yes, despite the fear. Yes, there you go. That's gonna be great. I'm excited for you. I'm very excited for you.
Thank you so much.
Well, that was my last question, but have an amazing day. Enjoy your
Yeah,
night, your night. I
yeah.
know it's
Good
already
night right
night over
now.
there.
So thanks, and we see each other
We'll
next
see
time.
you. Yes.
Bye bye.
Bye.